Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is Revere Sky. Revere Sky's Essence, Intuitive Tarot Reader, Psychic. The topic of the day is plants are information, plants are data, plants are energy. A lot of us already know this. A lot of people that know that you can survive on plants know that plants are data, plants are information. But how far does it go? How far does it go? How often do plants speak to you? How often do plants give you intel? So, I was on the phone with an older person in their 70s, and I think I talked to more older people than people my age. I've never really talked to people my age or held long conversations. I always like words of wisdom. I just like being around people who can teach me something without trying to teach me. Like, you naturally grow around these people, right? So I'm on the phone with this older person, and I was saying, I'm eating a thing of grass seeds. So I took one stalk, and it has hundreds of grass seeds on it. So I'm eating them, and I'm eating them, and then like the back of my tongue kind of like flares up or get irritated, and I start choking and coughing, and so I start to drink water, and I'm like, oh my god, they're burning my tongue or something. That's what I was saying. And I was coughing, and I don't know if I was having like a mini allergic reaction. Like, I was able to eat them, but when I start eating them, like, first of all, you're supposed to take the little husk off of them, and I was eating them with the husk on it. So I think it was irritating me or stabbing me. I'm not sure, but I was really supposed to roll them in my hand and get the husk to separate from the seed, right? And I was explaining how, damn, these these seeds don't have no calories. They don't have no oil in them. They don't have no like butter, like hemp seeds and stuff. Like, they were just seeds. Like, they had no oil in them. And I'm drinking the water, and I finally calmed down, and I finished eating all the seeds on the thing. And I tried to eat the seeds that fell on my shirt too. And before you know it, my mind, my psyche, my spirit, my energy, my intuition started to say Acapulco, Acapulco. And it said it so much that I decided to say it out loud. I said Acapulco, Acapulco, Acapulco. And then the guy on the phone said, what you know about Acapulco? He said, Acapulco is where they used to send the weed from. Back in the day, to California, Acapulco Gold. I say, I never heard of Acapulco Gold before. Trying to recollect or reflect in my head where I heard it before. And I say, oh yeah? He said, yeah, it come out of Mexico. So I Googled Acapulco, and it says city or state of Mexico. And I'm like, what? So let me read what it say about Acapulco. This shit is crazy. This is why it's good to be around old people, okay? This is why they want to get rid of old people too. But let me read something to you. Because old people help new people tie in information. So it says the name Acapulco comes from Nahuatl language, Acapulco, and means where the reeds were destroyed or washed away. Again, where the reeds were destroyed or washed away. And I'm reading this to him, and he's open to it. He's taking in the information. It says, or at the big reeds. So it's where the reeds were destroyed or washed away, or at the big reeds, which inspired the city seal, which is an Aztec type glyph showing two hands breaking reeds. Now, I didn't see none of that. Okay, I just read about it. So the state is Guerrero, Mexico. Okay, but Acapulco is a city in Guerrero. Okay, and I said, well, what are reeds? I said, that sounds like grass. That's what I said. And he said, it does sound like grass, don't it? So I looked up what reeds were. It says reeds, a tall, slender-leaved plant of grass family, which grows in water or on marshy ground. Now, if this isn't a coincidence, what is? I'm sitting here. I ate a whole stalk of grass seeds, the Joshua grass, okay? And all of a sudden, I start choking and coughing from a slight, I guess, allergic reaction, irritant, okay? Because after that little episode, my face started itching and burning and irritating. And I said, my face feel like I just rolled around in the grass. You know how children roll around in the grass and they be itching? That's how I felt. I felt like it was working through me. So here, my brain then activated and said Acapulco. And to come find out that Acapulco means reeds or grass. A tall, slender-leaved plant of grass family, which grows in water or on marshy ground. It also says a weak or impressionable person. Now, I don't know how you could do that. You could be weak or you can be impressionable. I thought impressionable was a good word, like to impress someone. Okay? I don't know how they use weak and impressionable in the same sentence to be reads. But anyway, this is why I'm letting you know food is data, food is information. So if you're always eating foods that are dead, you are not receiving all the information that you need. If you are more in tune with nature and you want data from nature, you want to be synchronized with nature, the planet, the data, you're gonna have to start eating the living wild foods of the planet. How else will you get the information? This is proof. This is living proof. I ate the grass seeds, a lot of them. And then my brain started talking about a city that is known for its reeds, which is nothing but tall grass in a marsh. Check out my community page and the post I just posted and read it and look at the images. You'll see that living plants are nothing but information. That's why it's an insult to see them corrupt the genetics of fruits and vegetables that we consume, because without the seeds, you don't have the mitochondria DNA. You don't have the source of information to reproduce. So if they're taking the seeds out of our fruits and vegetables, causing us to lose information and intel, you're going to have to start switching to wild things that reproduce to get your information and get your intel. This is crucial. So there we have it. I just have to put that out there. The lime which has alkaline energy, lights up light bulbs. They remove the seeds. They're selling us Persian limes. And remember I told you what happened with Persia? Didn't I tell you what happened with Persia? For any reason, if they decide to block the comments on this video, go to the community page and leave your comments under the post. Persia is the ones who poured salt on someone else's land and forced them to buy their food from them. So the people they went to war with, they poured salt on their land. They couldn't grow nothing. So those people had to go back and buy food from their enemy, and they made the food so it could not reproduce. Here, they're scientists. Their botanical gurus made the food so it could not reproduce. Now here we got key limes. Florida is known for the Florida Keys and key limes, right? We're known for limes with seeds in them, and now they're only selling us Persian limes. They won't sell us limes with seeds in it. They barely want to sell us watermelons with seeds in it. The grapes, the globe grapes that we've been eating for the last 5 or 6 years are being depleted of their seeds. And not only that, remember when you was like 7, the 80s babies, remember when you was like 5, 6, 7, bananas still had micro seeds in it that crunched in your mouth? Now the bananas don't have no seeds at all. See, all this right here is silent weapons for quiet wars. Now, all I did was eat these grass seeds once, and it activated something in me to tap into my Aztec Mayan roots and give me the equivalent of what I was doing. It reminds me of my nourishment card. It's always a nourishment card in the desert. Like, what's so good about the desert? It's desolate, lack of water. A lot of minerals, but lack of water, right? But then I'm in Florida, and they have a lot of water, but they lack minerals. So it's something to think about. But nourishment, whenever you see these women with these reeds and this nourishment, it's not always corn as a form or source of nourishment. It's all the wild weeds you can see, all the wild, just like they grow wild oats on the ocean. You just got to find the wild oats that seeded, that actually grew something inside of them, you know? So I'm going to leave it there. I'm just letting you all know, living foods are information. Foods with seeds are information. So when these people who claim that they want to love you, protect you, and you should trust in their God, remove the seeds from the food that you eat, you may want to reevaluate your situation, okay?